What's up, everybody? I'm K. Marie.
I'm Liz.
I'm Mary. And we are Mirth in the Midwest. Okay, so we are in a new era. Wait, first of all, I want to discuss last week's episode.
Oh, gee.
Before we go any further.
Before we get to the recap, if you are here for a podcast that gets straight to the point, that does not veer off topic, if only y'all could have seen the first 20 minutes of this video where we talked about any and everything, you are in the wrong spot, which is okay. We don't judge. Only sometimes you can exit stage left, boop, but tell a friend on your way out.
Right.
For those that love us, we love you.
We do.
Welcome back to this episode, season 3, Jilted Lovers.
That's what we are.
No, that ain't what we are. That's what y'all
Well,
is.
That's what
not
they
us.
is.
Yeah.
Them,
baby.
they not like us. They not like us, sir. I'm childish.
You just gotta let it go, y'all. Be easy. When the love ain't requited.
Easy breezy, beautiful cover girl.
Right. You just say, okay, move along. You're not for me. I'm not for you. It's okay.
And that's okay.
That's okay.
You don't have to go out here kill it.
Oh, you play with my heart?
I'm gonna play your
That's
face.
okay.
I'm playing your face real quick.
Get out. Bye. Oh, you effed me over?
And
That's
not
all right.
in a fun way.
That's all right. Enjoy your life without me in it.
Karma.
That's all you gotta do. Let Karma do what she does best.
Yep.
And everybody be like, sometimes Karma don't come on time, or she take too long. She get there right when she's supposed to get there.
Supposed to. I
She
love
does
to see
what
it.
she's supposed to do.
Love to see it.
And so you just gotta let her do her thing.
That's it.
You don't have to go get yourself involved.
Never. I like to see Karma whoop somebody ass who has wronged me. And I'm just like, I ain't even have to pray on your downfall.
I ain't have to do nothing but continue to live my life.
And this is my theory, my theory that I've come to lately. I don't even necessarily have to see it like, there is one person who really did wrong me in my work life. He got his, I heard about it. They were like, girl, you should go. I don't need to see.
It happened.
It happened.
And that's good.
Hope you enjoyed yours. That's all I got to say.
Because I'm over here living my life.
Living my best
The best
life.
revenge after somebody mess you over is to go live your best life.
And get that money
Get
on.
that bread, stack it up, enjoy it.
Yeah. This whole getting mad and I'm about to kill somebody and now you locked up.
I will never crash out. Never crash out. Nobody is worth crashing out over.
No.
I'm not going to be locked up for nobody but my child. That's it.
That's a good reason. That's a good reason to get locked up. See me on Channel 7 News. You know some of my nephews, and it's gonna be on.
But anyways, this week's episode.
That was
We gotta do our recap.
Yeah.
Last week's episode.
Mary Jo.
Thoughting and plotting.
Thoughting and plotting. Mary Jo.
I cannot wait to that court date.
Oh,
At the end of the
know.
y'all, I'm a rapper. Did y'all hear that? I cannot wait till that court date.
Right.
But it's just so crazy that there's no statute of limitations on murder. Like, they gonna come after your ass.
Yes.
They don't care if you did.
You
some
didn't
shit
live
when you
your
was
full
12,
life.
and that shit came back to you as a 50.
Because they were like 40 something at the time, and it's been 40 years. She is going on 90 years old.
Yep. And guess what they said?
You gotta spend the rest of your
They said
days.
that's cool. It's just like them student loans. Salome ain't never letting it go.
Never, cause like, come on now, it's been too long.
You had a promissory note, honey.
And Joe, why you lie to us?
Jack.
You
That's
lie, Jack.
No, I'm talking about Joe Biden about these student loan forgiveness.
Joe. Joe.
We already know about that.
But anyways, Jack. Whatever, he was just out here.
He was being his biggest hoe.
He
had big hoe energy.
Mary Jo was crazy, so I believe him when he said he didn't stick his Peter Whacker in her.
Maybe
you know what? Maybe he did, but it was because she drugged him, and that's why he don't recall.
He pulled, girl. He Bill Clinton that woman. I do not recall.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
That woman. And then all of a sudden, well, you know, I might have let her suck on my Peter.
Oh my god. So this story that's coming up is it's way more fucked up than this. You talking about some jilted lovers for real? God
You need a
damn.
trigger warning for this episode because I feel like most. Well, I can't say nothing because a lot of men be needing like heavy trigger warnings.
Personally,
So
before the episode, before the even week, we need a whole week to prepare. I be trying to be soft and easy with y'all. She be like,
Trigger warning, trigger warning.
So, I mean, okay, so I will say this. Yes, it's a trigger warning to this episode. This episode involves suicide and it involves a suicide note. Can you say suicide on YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know because I couldn't say the other colorful word that I use every day. And, you know.
But that's
different.
That's different because, you know.
But isn't that like a thing on like social media now and that's why people be like unalived?
Yeah, unalive.
Okay. Well, unalive.
Yes.
This is unalive.
Unalive. So this involves in unaliving yourself.
Girl.
And writing an unalive letter.
Yes, and writing an unaliving letter to multiple people. So it was really sad. So jump it and okay, I don't want to jump ahead. So this lady's name is Sharee Paulette Miller. She was born October 13th, 1971 in Flint, Michigan.
Oh God, she was dealing with dirty water. That's what was wrong.
Close to home, baby.
So wait, early October, what sign is that?
October 13th. I think that's a Libra.
Libras.
Yeah. So,
I'm just blaming all of this on the water.
Well, this happened wait, no.
No, that water was contaminated.
Wait, no, when this happened in around 1999, so this is before this happened. Or it could have been floating around.
That water was contaminated.
That water been nasty.
All right, so she had a husband named Bruce Miller. He was 48 at the time.
You said Bruce?
Yes.
Okay. Wait a minute, Bruce was 48 and how old was she?
She was in 1971. It didn't get her age. So this happened in 99.
So she was like 30-something,
30, yeah. Okay. So first of all, getting into like she didn't have like a whole background on like her lifespan, but what I did discover about this girl was it was like really sad. Like she and the people that she encountered had very low self-esteem, low self-worth. It was just all low. So because even though I couldn't find like a lot of stuff about her background and stuff, it just made me think that she had something going on in her childhood or in her household that caused her to be like this. So she lived on her own at 16. Just 3 years later, she was married and had one child under her belt.
She couldn't even be a damn adult.
So couldn't be an adult. So that let me know the parents was either in and out of her life, abusing her, whatever. So that marriage ended, and for the next 9 years, Sharee Miller bounced around from man to man.
Okay.
Established this connection here, y'all. So that I read something and it was kind of fucked up how they said it, but it said although she wasn't beautiful, she was certainly attractive and had a wild side.
You know what? It sounds like a man wrote that.
Very much so.
Because how are you going to say she wasn't beautiful but she was attractive and she had a wild life? So basically you're saying she was a party girl.
But she was reportedly would do anything and everything in the bedroom to make her newest conquest fulfill her. So she just like, oh yeah, I'm not really into this, but I'm willing to try this because this person likes this. So she's doing all these things to appease.
Was she like a pick-me?
Yes, it's giving pick-me. It's getting fucked up though. So she went on to have 2 different children by 2 different men. Her second husband was convicted of second degree child abuse for hitting their child so hard it resulted in a number of skull fractures, for which he received a short sentence.
Well, see, this is why sometimes you need to keep your comments to yourself, because when you said when you were like I thought you were about to say he was convicted for murder, and I was gonna say ooh, bad boy, and then you fixed it and you said child abuse, and I was like, well, good thing I didn't say what I was gonna say. Right.
So it gets worse.
Fractured the baby's skull.
So he also was tried for abusing their 6-year-old who was found guilty. He was found not guilty for lack of evidence.
What? Now, come on now. What evidence do you need if he fractured a baby's skull? He did that to that 6-year-old.
What was his name?
What was the judge?
So his last name was Tribby. I couldn't find his first name because of everything. She kept having all these aliases. So I could not gather his first name. But I'm pretty sure I can find it somewhere. I'll put it in the case notes.
I hope he rotten.
So she always mixed with these men who did not want her, that didn't love her correctly, always treated her like shit or her kids like shit, and she just bounced around. She did not fix these internal issues that she had going on. Mm-hmm. So by 1997, she was 26, already had 3 children, all with different fathers, and was looking for somebody that can take care of her. So I know. Can I get a Splendid Daddy? Okay, so because she was married or dealt with so many different men, she had multiple last names. So it's Sharee Duval, Sharee Tribby, Sharee Paulette Duval, Kitley Tribby. So, as she created all these names, yeah. So, the internet started getting popping around 1996.
Make me feel old.
Like 90, early 2000s, and that little realm.
Things are happening.
Yeah, things are happening. MySpace, you got chat rooms, you had AOL. You remember the little AOL disc with the 7-day free trial? So she used a variation of aliases. So she like, you know what? I need to get this money. I got kids to raise. These men ain't on shit. They treat me like shit. I gotta do what's best for me. I gotta put myself first, Lucius. So she accepted a job in 1997 at B&D Salvage in Vienna Township, just outside of Flint. The salvage yard was owned by Bruce Miller.
Okay, and that was who her husband was.
That was who but this was before she even got married. So this is introducing her him.
Boyfriend. Yeah, so, this is how they met.
Yeah, this is how they met. So Bruce Miller, he was also a GM employee because the GM factory is in Michigan. Mm-hmm. So he worked there, and then he owned his own salvage yard as a side business. So get that money.
And actually, that's a very cohesive.
It is. It is very lucrative. Mm-hmm. So she kind of was like looking at him like, okay, well, one, I need this job. I got to make some side money.
Looking at him like,
he could be my cash cow.
He can take care of me and my kids.
And you know what? Looking at the pictures, and I'm gonna put the link in the notes. He was not an ugly man. He was not.
Okay.
But her, I was like, okay.
Oh, so you saying she wasn't beautiful?
I'm not gonna say she wasn't beautiful, but I can just tell when
she wasn't beautiful. No, she was beautiful.
She was. I don't know. When I get to the nitty gritty of this case, y'all gonna really be like, damn, now this bitch was ugly inside and out.
Yeah. Okay.
So, she was working at the salvage yard, and Bruce thought it was a great fit. So
I just couldn't resist.
So Bruce thought it was a great fit. They got along well. They were dealing with she could handle the crowd because scrapyard people, they coming in. Some people coming in with rough attitudes and stuff. So it really helped his business a lot. Mm-hmm. So Bruce had his own money. So like I said, he owned his own business. He had people like women that was kind of like falling all over him. Mm-hmm. So Sharee figured that, he could provide me with stability, money, a household, help me raise these badass kids. Mm-hmm. He do for the time being. Basically, like Erykah Badu's song said, you'll do until he comes.
Right. He's a placeholder.
Exactly. So 2 years later in 1999, Sharee and Bruce, they get married. By 1999, she had her hooks and Bruce Miller. They got married. They had this nice little wedding. It was people who knew Sharee but didn't know she was married because she flirted with everybody. She acted single. So when people be like, I ain't posting my significant other because I like my privacy. Now, baby, it's a difference between privacy and secrecy. This is at the beginning stages of the
Sharee.
internet. So Sharee,
shame on you.
So Sharee was like, okay, now I got this man. Now I need to give me some even some more money, you know. So
no wonder men out here don't be trusting these females.
I know, man. But let me tell y'all, I'm out here. I'm a good woman. I'm a good woman.
These hoes ain't loyal.
I ain't got no ring on my finger. Happily divorced. DM me. I'm just playing.
No, she ain't.
So she decided that she was gonna start selling Mary Kay cosmetics. At that time, Mary Kay, Avon was the go-to. Sephora, who, Ulta, who, these places.
I'm tell you the best freaking product. Remember that hands?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
where it was like the testing was they were coming, they'd go, let me just put a little dye here. Feel the difference.
And
it really was a difference.
It really was.
Like it was like an anti-aging cream or something like that.
Listen.
It was like an anti-aging hand cream or something. It was a big difference. It really was like it was like a firming cream.
So I can tell you she was making that money because that stuff
that
really
shit
worked.
So my grandma used to order that shit by the droves. And with Avon too, they had that skin so soft shit.
Yeah.
I was about to say, yeah, they lotions and stuff.
Yeah.
And
I don't know if they still sell it. I'm gonna look
they
that
do.
shit
They
up.
do. They do. I still know
Check out
people.
Girl.
I got an Avon girl.
So she spent a lot of time on the computer because, you know, Mary Kay, it even till today, it's still all computer based. You gotta do ordering,
selling and stuff.
Yeah, you gotta do all the selling, the putting the
spreadsheets and stuff
everything.
like yeah.
It's a lot. So with her being in a computer a lot and at this digital age, new digital age, came chat rooms. So chat rooms.
She was on the party line.
Know, she was on the original DM.
The original DM. It goes down in the DMs. So
oh, excuse me. She helping you over there.
So you know, chat rooms they weren't as organized as they are. I'm assuming today. I don't know if chat rooms,
but they were.
There was
a
point
were private. They were
so
private.
you could switch to private. It would be like where you would type in and there would be a bunch of people in there.
No,
and then you could switch to private.
But what I'm saying is like today, I don't know if chat rooms still go on. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, I feel like in some aspects.
In some aspects.
You play like there's chat rooms with games.
Yeah.
Certain games.
Yeah, but not kind of how like the AOL interface was.
Well, would Reddit be considered like a chat room? Kinda.
That's like a public open forum.
I was
but not live time.
It's close.
No, because now we're in the time of, you know, the dating, specifically dating apps.
Yeah.
Like BLK and Facebook dating.
Meet a Farmer.
And plenty.
Right. Because Christian Mingle ain't gonna work.
I mean, they're strong. They can pick up the bags of his.
I wonder if they got a lumberjack one.
Right.
We're gonna check it out.
So,
I'm not gonna check it out.
I'm gonna check it out.
She spent a lot
I'm gonna look for you.
I'm gonna record back and let y'all know.
She spent hella time on the computer outside of her Mary Kay business, the salvage, everything. So she always on the computer. I'm like, bitch, don't you got kids to tend to?
She too
because
busy
we weren't in the.
She was busy. LOL.
I was about to say, were we even LOL in there?
No.
I don't know.
It was
Maybe.
YOLO.
No, YOLO wasn't there yet. Not yet.
LOL, maybe.
No, I don't think LOL was there yet. I think it was more like haha and we were hee. We were very much. I feel like this was a time where emojis started to come, but it was like the very but it was the very basic emojis. Like it was only like a smile or winky face. Yeah, where you had but it was like where you had to type out the emoji. Like you had to do a semicolon with a parenthesis.
I wasn't doing that shit.
Yes.
So
make your heart with putting the three
and a little greater. That's less than sign.
That's what she was doing,
literally. So she ended up meeting a guy named Jerry Cassidy in an online chat room. So, you know, in my head, I'm like, again, bitch, don't you got kids to tend to? You got a husband, you got
got 3 different baby daddies and a husband.
All of this.
And a job.
He was a former Cass County, Missouri cop. So she's in Michigan, he's in Missouri. Who at one time had aspirations of becoming an FBI agent.
Can we pause for a second? You chose your sneaky link to be a cop.
Of all people.
She was
but you know what? I'll save my comments
Yeah.
for later because it will get spicy and people will be arguing with me with what I gotta say about military and law enforcement background. So
that's just saying.
That's gonna be an off podcast conversation. So
what's your sneaky link? What's sneaky about a cop?
I'm just saying, if he
why would you a lumberjack? That's what you should have went with.
He gonna sneak and find out all your business.
All your details.
Damn.
He's running a full background check on you.
His plans were derailed after he was exposed for his wrongdoing within his department.
What wrongdoing?
So, like, you know, when you are a police officer, like, you gotta have a code. You gotta have a credo.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't be out here doing all this weird sneaky
So what
shit.
he do?
Hey, I get what you're
he
saying.
do?
But let me get to it.
Because I'm ready for the tea.
Let me get to it. Okay, so his goal was, I want to be an FBI agent. It's so many things that you have to do and go through before you can even get to that.
Or at least fake it till you make it.
It ain't no faking.
No,
I'm saying
because you know we got some dirty FBI agents and all types of stuff, and they faked it till they made it. They did what they had to do to get into that position.
Make it look good.
Yeah, and then they started doing little shiesty stuff. So but you can't out here being dirty, and you gotta hide the dirty with some clean.
Right. So his marriage crumbled. He drank too much. He dabbled in drugs. He was looking for a fresh start.
He dabbled in drugs.
So he was lonely and troubled. Most people thought of him as a nice guy.
I don't do drugs. I just dabble.
So, right. I just dabble a little bit, you know. So they continue to chat in a chat room and everything. And then they end up, you know, like, let's plan a day where we can meet up. Let's make this shit happen for real.
All this cheating people.
So their online affair turned into a physical affair. And Jerry thought that his life was going to change for the better because she was making all these promises. Oh, baby, I love you so much. Things are going to be great. You're going to get the prize. I'm the prize.
Did Jerry know about her 3 kids and 3 baby daddies?
So she told him she was a rich businesswoman living with a disabled husband, and he believed everything she told him.
Girl,
you can be whoever you want to be on the internet. This is fucking crazy.
Pause. Side question. I know how you said at first their online affair, and then it turned into a physical one. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know how everybody has their definition of what cheating is.
Mm-hmm. It's cheating at the beginning. The moment you begin to thinking about doing it, that's where the cheating begins.
If you cannot do
if it remained online,
cheating.
Would you have a problem with it?
It's emotionally cheating. And emotional cheating is harder to break than physical cheating. So I feel like between both of them, the case, this whole thing just reeks of low self-esteem for both of them, because he had all these goals, aspirations, and things, and then he started doing drugs. He started being sneaky and messy and dabbling, you know. So he had no qualms sleeping with a married woman. He was like, my life already is shit.
He thought he was getting him a sugar mama.
No, what he thought, he thought he was coming up. He thought he was getting a businesswoman.
Yep.
And she hooked, line, and sinkered his ass.
Yep, because she like, I'm married to a disabled man, thinking like I'm finna get his money once he die.
And clearly, he was doing more than dabbling. Because if he was just dabbling, he would have used them detective skills to figure out she wasn't a businesswoman.
So this is crazy. So let me pull it up.
Maybe he was dabbling in multiple drugs.
Right. Little Xanny here.
Little sniff. Little.
So she gets to using this poor man.
Rubbing on his guns.
So, oh my God. So she's telling this man everything that he want to hear. Everything sounds so good. Of course. So
she talking real nice.
She said, "Let me."
So after their initial face-to-face meeting, they continued their provocative online relationships. They were exchanging emails.
They were sexting.
Sexting before sexting was sexting.
They was C-mailing.
So then they were scheduling a few more meetups. Like, let's schedule these.
We scheduling rendezvous.
The sexually explicit photos that Miller sent, along with emails professing his love for her,
all this evidence,
seemingly blinded her. blinded him, my bad, I'm sorry. Wrote that wrong. So, whether he was gullible, impaired, broken, or just an easy conquest for her, it didn't take too much to convince him that he needed to kill her actual husband.
No, wait a minute. We didn't.
Baby, this case took a hard left.
It took a
baby, but hold on, it's still some more hard lefts.
Wait a minute.
We finna do a full circle with all these lefts.
Yeah.
I want to know, was the wife not giving it up? Because why is it a little bit of pussy can make you go do this?
So, and that's my thing. That's why I got confused.
Well, he was divorced.
He was going through his divorce, and then his divorce got finalized. So Sharee and Bruce were still together.
Yeah, they were still together. They were married.
So
he was divorced though.
Yeah.
So he
was it was the dabbling of the drugs.
It was the dabbling.
Okay.
But then my thing was
she was giving him the pussy when he was high, and so it
husband,
seemed better than what it was, and he's like, "Hey, this is worth killing for."
It was like ecstasy to him. He was like,
they were getting off. They was getting this high of like, you know, I'm getting caught up, or I'm getting my needs fulfilled, because Bruce, like I said, he worked third shift at GM. Mm-hmm. So he ran his salvage yard, and he also looked
Bruce out here just trying to make money and take care of kids that ain't his. See, it's heifers like Sharee
that make it hard for me.
Man.
So she had I call her Black Widow. Like I was looking into this. She's a Black Widow. So I can't even talk. She sent Jerry steamy videos of her playing with herself, lied on Bruce, and said that Bruce was beating
her disabled husband was beating her.
Wait,
okay, Charles.
Get this. Used makeup to make herself look injured, and then sent the doctored up photos to Jerry. So it's like, I'm hyping you up to do something to this man. I'm hyping you up.
She out here painting on black eyes.
Mm-hmm. I can't stand her.
She said she was pregnant by Jerry and sent him a fake sonogram.
Now, hold up. Have y'all ever known any woman that has done that?
Yes.
Honey. It's a whole. That's
a mental disorder.
It is a mental disorder, and then straight up, like literally planned it so that her boyfriend wouldn't leave her, and then like 4 months in was like, oh,
miscarried.
Girl,
we did a story like that.
Mm-hmm. Go get your psychological help. Yeah, we did. We sure did.
So, you know, again, he hyping him up, getting this in his brain. So they let me know he was already extremely gullible. Mm-hmm. He shouldn't have been a cop. And to think that he would have been an FBI agent if he would have went further and used this crazy. All right. So she said after she was allegedly pregnant by Jerry that she lost the baby because her husband raped her. Now, in my head,
how disabled was he, ma'am? What disability? He have a mental disability?
Question.
What?
If a man tell you, I'm not a cheater, I just dabble in infidelity.
Oh, no, baby. We already done for it.
You're done. You're a cheater.
So, she told Jerry, my husband raped me, so I lost our baby.
So now Jerry is like full on.
Jerry.
Wait a minute.
Seeing red.
Wait a minute. So your disabled husband, Peter, is so big that it just.
And that's why I was like, that shit did not dawn on you that she told you that her husband was disabled. So then it gets crazier. Told Jerry her husband was really a mafia don who would never allow her to leave.
Please stop. I'm done.
You know what? Jerry just slow.
No, he high as hell, honey.
No, he high. You know what? I am fully convinced he was not just dabbling.
He was full blown addict.
He was an addict.
He was a crackhead.
He was taking the fuck. He was doing that Scarface shit with the coke on the table. He just. That's what he was doing.
He put it in the fan.
He was like, put it in my face. That's what he was doing. Put it in my face. I got it. And he wasn't talking about pussy. He put that fucking coke in my face.
Yeah, man.
So she said that she was pregnant again, but this time with twins. Dose.
Double trouble.
Double homicide. Anyway. And she patted herself to appear pregnant. So this bitch again.
Not the Beyonce belly.
Yeah. She set up an account in her husband's name and used this account to send Jerry taunting, cruel, and threatening messages. So now only is she not faking a pregnancy, she is faking to be her husband online. So now she's really getting in this man's head like, yeah, babe, you gotta get rid of him. Only way you gonna get to me and have me for the rest of your life is if we get rid of this man.
He already killed your other child. Don't let him kill me.
Claimed her husband had some of his people violently gang rape her until the twins were killed.
What'd you say? Double homicide.
Double homicide.
Oh
her manipulations worked. So
again,
of course, it's
bitch
Jerry.
Yes. So with Jerry, he didn't know that Miller, which is Sharee, could not have any more children because she had a tubal litigation.
Please.
After she had a tubal litigation after her third child was born sometime in 1990.
So I ain't been no baby no well.
But the sonogram, when I get to the case details, I'm gonna just let you in a little hint. The sonogram was dated 1994.
And she had a baby in 1990.
She had a baby early 1990, like 1991, I believe.
Whose sonogram she stole?
She stole something, and at that time, Google, I don't think it wasn't that popular. You know,
she took somebody's damn.
So she took somebody's stuff. So he didn't know what the fuck was going on. So Sharee directed the hit of her husband that she only had been married to for 7 months. 7 months. I need you to kill this man.
You know.
Because she probably thought she was getting that business.
How high Jerry got to be to not only agree to killing somebody, but killing somebody that is apparently a part of the mob.
Girl!
You want me to put a hit on a mobster? You want me to take out the mob?
You gonna have me sleeping with the fishes.
Right. That man was high as a kite. He like, yeah, baby, I'm gonna take care of it. This man ain't got nothing. He ain't got nothing on me.
This man,
he a mob, but I'm a cop.
He's in Missouri, and mob bosses are cops. Them do what?
The original.
And I'm coming almost 700 miles for you because you love me so much, and we
wait a minute. They 700 miles apart.
He's in Missouri, she's in Michigan,
and they driving. He driving.
I'm sorry, I ain't never
she tells Jerry what about her husband.
Please hold.
I have never, ever drove 700 miles for some dick.
The furthest I've drove. The furthest I've drove is probably like 50 minutes, 55 minutes.
That's reasonable.
And that's going to some part of Illinois.
Yeah, Illinois I've driven to for some.
Now, if it's worth it, I'ma fly.
Yeah, now I might fly.
I'ma fly to it. You fly to me, I'm
But driving?
No, ma'am.
I don't mind flying if you are paying for the flight for me to get there.
Exactly.
Because this don't come for free.
Exactly. So she gave him the details on where he was, how much money he would have on him, and called him to tell him when and where to enter the business. Basically, after she set all of this up, how everything was going to play out, Jerry ended up entering the business. So he walk in there, he got his little thing on him. He walk up, you know, what's up, what's going on?
Girl, you said entering the business. I thought you said he applied for a job.
No.
That's some shiesty. No, he just walked in. He just pulled up.
He had a long ride. His
eyes bloodshot.
He pulled the Denzel. He said, I'm from around the way. I'm coming with something. So he then blew Bruce's brains out.
She didn't get no trigger warning.
I'm sorry.
Trigger warning.
My bad.
Trigger warning.
He said, I'm here, bam.
Trigger warning.
He said, you Bruce?
You Bruce? You know, he walked in the business. You know, this is just a scenario I'm thinking of how it happened. You know, he walked in like, how can I help you? You know, what part you looking for, what you need, whatever. You know, salvage yard. You know, like, hey, maybe I need a car door handle. Who knows? Mm-hmm. And so, you know, they conversing for a little bit.
Car door handle.
Then boom, he blow his brains out, just splatter all over the fucking place. So
Man, Bruce, I hate to see you went out like that, dude.
A blast from a shotgun, of all things.
Wait a minute.
You can't even conceal that shit. What the hell?
Hey.
That man came, he said.
Holy good night.
So, Sharee tried to cover all the bases and arrange for her brother-in-law, Chuck, and his wife, Judy, to find the body. She had called them, like, you know, hey, what's going on? Like, because she already knew at the time, she knew Bruce was dead. Right. So she like, oh my God, I'm so worried. I haven't heard from him. You know, like,
I'm so sick of these cold
you know, he's not answering the phone. I can't find him. He's nowhere to be found. You know, I done checked high, low. I called.
But you ain't checked. You ain't checked the office.
Right. I done checked the house. I done did everything.
You ain't checked his job though.
Right.
You checked everywhere but the job.
So they went to check on him, and lo and behold, they found his body.
I need these people to stop being so. It's one thing to be a murderer. Stop sending the family to go find their dead relative.
That's what the Family Feud dude did. So, he sent the daddy to find her.
Right, but this is the crazy shit, and people don't understand this. And I'm not, as a person who watches Investigation Discovery, as a person who watches all of these true crime shows, listen to true crime podcasts, the first thing a police officer is gonna do outside of asking questions is he's going to look at your behavior. Cops are going to look at, detectives are going to look at your behavior. The fire department, the ambulance, whoever was called, they are going to look at the behavior that you display when you are around them or encounter them. Exactly. It's going to say a lot. If you are distraught and shocked, they're going to think like, okay, this person could be a person of interest, but with the way they acting,
if you fake boohooing like Mary Jo was.
Exactly. So that's why you don't come to mind, because they look at the behaviors, the patterns, the actions of you. So after that, she was displaying carefree behavior. She like, business as usual. My kids good. They got a roof over their head. They got that insurance. I got that money on. I got this business. I'm getting whatever, because I think at GM you get a pension. So you get
raggedy, huh?
You know, real raggedy. So they said that police noticed that she didn't seem upset after her husband was murdered. 2 days later, she was dancing in a bar in Otisville, Michigan.
I'm sick of her ass.
Shaking ass. Your man is in a fucking freezer.
He don't want to be kept. Don't keep him.
Within 2 weeks, she already had a live-in boyfriend, and guess who it was?
It wasn't Jerry, was it?
It sure was not. It sure was not.
I'm so done.
So,
Jerry still ain't got a damn clue. I guarantee you.
Over the next couple of months, Sharee, she started distancing herself. She started, you know, like, you know how people, you could tell when somebody getting ready to ghost you.
Yeah.
Just how they start acting, you know, like, you know.
Conversations start becoming less.
How they
start being slow about responding.
Yes, absolutely.
They start flaking a lot.
You know, a person who be watching my podcast who ghosted me.
Yeah. Wait, everybody just stare at the camera.
You know who you are.
You know who you is.
And keep watching.
Keep watching now. You know, leave 5 stars. Anyway. So she distanced herself. Then she started teasing him about the new relationship that she
started teasing Jerry.
Shit.
She was teasing Jerry.
She got a lot. Huevos Rancheros.
Mind you, this happened in November, so she officially completely broke it off in December. At this point, most people believe that it really hit him that, you know, he murdered this innocent man, and I think she was starting to have it in her head too, like, damn, I really did this to this man. So
at this point, if I'm Jerry, I gotta kill her too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She crazy.
So right, and so Jerry felt sorry for what he did, and then he also was upset that he didn't get the prize, which was Sharee. Because she often said, "Hey, babe, you do this for me. We gonna be together forever. Me and you, locked
to the end of time."
So wait a minute. Did they ever actually have a physical sexual relationship?
Yeah.
Or was it just
no, they did, but that's why he believed that she was pregnant.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So like, why did he think?
Yeah, no, they did. That's why they was driving the 700 miles.
If he already had it, you already knew what it was.
No, like he knew that she was married, and so he like she gonna officially be mine with the money.
Yeah. So basically anything that the husband left behind, she got. Hell no. So she broke it off with him, and dude was devastated. He was like, I didn't get her. He was doing all of this because of her. I wanted her. I love you so much.
Sharee!
So he was already on leave from his job, and he was staying in a ground floor apartment at the home of his relatives in Odessa, Missouri. Unfortunately, trigger warning. This is a trigger warning. He killed himself. But before he killed himself, he wanted to make sure Sharee would be held accountable for her role in the... This man went out like a G. I will say that. Maybe not with the suicide part. But, okay. Hear me out. So, on February 11th, Jerry, he was found dead in the basement apartment. He may have been dead for about 1 day, 2 days before his family members had found his body in an easy chair with an open Bible in his lap.
Oh, geez.
So days after his body had been removed, the family was cleaning the apartment when they discovered a briefcase under the bed with 3 suicide notes with in an envelope taped outside of it that was kind of like plastered on the briefcase. Yeah. So inside the briefcase, he left behind enough information that will convict Sharee at a trial, including a hard copy of the instant messages.
Come on, receipts.
This man said I had receipts on your ass.
Okay, finally, I can finally see the police work happening here.
So in that conversation, Sharee provided Jerry with directions to the salvage yard, and at this time, this was a MapQuest.
Oh
yeah.
Some of y'all might not know about that.
Yeah, if you was born after 95, maybe 2000, you don't know what MapQuest is. 95, you might know. 2000, you ain't gonna know what MapQuest is. Mm-hmm. So in that conversation, she was just saying, hey, this is how you get here. She even called Jerry to let him know when it was time to drive into the salvage yard and murder her husband. He stated, I drove there and killed him. The suicide note he left for his parents that was taped to the outside of the briefcase said Sharee lied to him and he was in a deep depression. So after all of this happened, after they turned in all of this evidence of, whatever he had in that briefcase, Sharee was arrested and the evidence he had compiled was found and verified.
Very proud of him.
On January 29th, 2001, Sharee was sentenced to life in prison for conspiracy to murder and received 54 to 81 years for second-degree murder.
Come on, Michigan.
Period. Being in jail did not slow Sharee down, though.
What the hell?
So, she never had to go long without male company and admirers.
I want to see what she looked like.
Hold on.
Please, I'm really not understanding what's happening.
So I feel bad for Jerry because Jerry killed him thinking that he was saving her from this disabled man. Mobster that then raped her and had her gang raped by his people. He thought he was saving her.
So now these pictures, like this is her in jail. So it's like she wasn't ugly, but you could tell she had some low self-esteem issues. So,
girl, bye.
Let me see that.
No, ain't no way. She just had. I'm not even gonna say it. I'm being myself. I'm gonna behave.
Oh, show her that one.
And this, I don't know if y'all want to see it.
I do. What is it?
This is the picture of him in his easy chair.
No, I don't want to see that.
I do.
I don't. Nothing.
Oh, wow.
And it looks like I can't say this was a shotgun in this picture that I'm seeing, but yeah, it was pretty devastating. I'm not putting that in the case notes, but if y'all want to see it, it is on Google. It ain't bad as it looked, but it's still the fact that it's a life ended.
Her head game had to be strong. I'm just saying.
Hey, she
you know what?
She possibly could suck peanut butter through a straw at this point.
I now understand the statement of she wasn't beautiful, but she was attractive and a wild thing.
Yeah, she had to be wild. She had to be real wild. It was untamed.
It's untamed coochie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so even because she in jail, so you know how they feed you in jail, and especially if somebody putting commissary on her books or whatever, you know, she got hardened looks. She started gaining weight. She still attracted men. I think when it's something about people who got low self-esteem, because it's weird, because at one point in my life when I had low self-esteem, I attracted a lot of men, but I attracted men who were no good for me. You know what I'm saying? They were just trash. And I
feel like they can
they feel like
they can definitely maneuver.
She already low, so I'm gonna take this bitch lower. What she got to lose?
How low can you go?
Yeah, motherfuckers was doing fucking what's that, limbo with your ass? Yeah, nope. Now low self-esteem weird. Period. Anyway.
Period.
So she, I guess, caught the eye of Michael Denoyer or Denoyer. He was from Bourbonnais, Illinois, which is not far from here. And he was one of those men.
Around the corner.
Literally around the corner. The 56-year-old man was sitting at home one day, November 2007, watching Snap on Oxygen. How ironic. And he saw Sharee. And he was like,
that's the one.
Oh, wait, hold on. I wish we could change my voice when I read this. There was something about her murderous eyes that beckoned him. I saw something in her eyes that broke my heart.
He said that's the one. He did.
Y'all see my eyes? I got some big pretty eyes too, and they look sad because I ain't had no sleep. So feel sorry for me, please. A good man with some money, you know, who want to take care of me and my dogs. Who don't want.
Wait a minute.
Huh?
Wait a minute.
This fool was watching Snapped, and he said,
"Oh, baby, you so sexy when you murder people."
Oh my god. Girl, you know his nasty man was like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Kill me, babe. Kill me.
Yeah. Conspire this murder.
That's right. Choke me. Choke me.
Exactly.
Like, bruh.
You next, motherfucker.
Get your whole life, dude.
So he was so besotted with the convicted murderer that he saw her on a television show featuring women who killed their husbands, and wrote her a letter personally. Like,
baby, your last husband ain't had nothing on me.
So she responded to his letter in 2008, and he visited her in prison.
Please stop.
It's ugly, y'all. It's real ugly. Get cozy. So so some reports state that the two eventually married in April of 2008, but there's no proof of that union. So it could have been like a spiritual thing. It could have been like what's Oprah?
What's
that thing Oprah had with Stedman? They not legally married.
A civil union,
like a civil union. They had like a spiritual.
No, because civil union is you living. Yeah, y'all been living together for so long, and so
did he go down to jail and live with him?
So
your guard.
They reached out to Denoyer, like media, and asked him about it. And if a response was received, they said that they would post it. So Denoyer, he comes from a close-knit family, and he was a normal individual who wanted to be with a convicted murderer that he saw on a TV show. That's not normal.
Who wants to do? So he got psychological problems.
So yeah.
Y'all remember that post that was going around some years ago of the guy who was a convicted? Yeah.
He was fine though.
Yeah, oh yeah, I remember that.
But he wasn't no actual murderer, right?
I don't know. He did something.
He just like
I think it was robbery.
Yeah,
I think it was robbery.
I don't know.
Everybody just stole a penny candy somewhere here now.
Oh no, he was doing more than that, baby. I think he was doing grand larceny, I believe.
Oh no, that's too much.
So a person who claims to be Denoya's nephew attempted to explain what was his attraction and how he commented on like the articles that was floating around. So he said he has had a fair share of broken marriages, and it is not fair for anyone to criticize based on information you found or heard from the internet.
That ain't information from the internet. It was the actual government put her ass in jail.
He was told
the government lies.
He has told all of us there was something in her eyes, and we have all watched the Snap episode as well as as well as the ID episode that we can't see what he sees. He swears up and down she's innocent. I don't believe it's my business why he chose her, but he did, and it's not up to me to decide if it's right or wrong.
It's up to me to decide I ain't gonna be around.
That's a family member that's gonna stick beside you in your decisions.
I'm not.
If I was that family member, I'd be like, motherfucker, she in prison for a reason. Whether she didn't kill her husband in cold blood, she had her husband.
I'm going to say something to you one time.
Period.
Depending on who you are, I'm gonna say something to you one time. If you don't listen to me, I gotta.
I don't know what to tell you. I'm telling you, this
we gonna be distant relatives.
Exactly. So get this: Denoyer now lists himself as single.
They got a spiritual divorce.
So somebody. so
the twinkle left eye.
Guess what happened, y'all? Guess what the fuck happened?
What the fuck happened?
Guess.
They're separated. She
was cheating on him.
No. Did she start messing with a prison guard?
No.
Damn.
Wait.
Did she turn lesbian?
No.
Damn.
She told him the truth.
No. Any other guesses?
She didn't get out of jail, did she?
Yes.
Bullshit!
So,
this heifer got out. How?
So, it ain't been 50, 80, 9, 72 years.
Ironically, Sharee Miller was granted a new trial because of the suicide note left by Jerry. Jerry wanted to ensure that Sharee Miller paid for her part in the crime, and that plan temporarily backfired. The court ruled that since Jerry could not be cross-examined because he was dead, that the suicide note should not have been admitted. Period.
Oh hell!
Now, Michigan, you fucking
now.
up.
Why don't? Wait a minute. How come they don't consider that as an utterance? You know that law where you can, because there are times when that can be considered like right before you die.
Yeah. So, after much legal wrangling, on July 29, 2009, Sharee was released from the Genesee County Jail on a $100,000 bond. Or reckoning, I can't pronounce it right. I can't even say a Robert. So anyway, while awaiting her new trial, she has spent more than 10 years behind bars.
Enough.
She enjoys her freedom while it lasts. So she was out of jail and up to her usual antics, partying and meeting men. Her usual. She said,
"Hey, we out
outside.
here."
The back outside girls back again, period. She maintained a variety of accounts on social networks just for this purpose. So, in 2011, she claimed on her personal Facebook page that she was working at the comedy shop as a video and photo editor. Using her personal account, Sharee reveled in posting inspirational after people do foul shit, all of a sudden people find Jesus.
Or they become awakened and enlightened.
Yeah, like Jesus came down and just smacked you at the back of your head with his chomp glove.
Hey,
no.
Stop it.
No.
Girl, bye.
So, she posted inspirational messages, joined the Deadbeat Dads group, and appeared to the brim with the excitement that she would soon be a grandmother. Okay. She enjoyed her freedom to the fullest. She visited with her children, other family members, and friends. She enrolled in photo classes, maintained a highly visible presence on social media, and was heavily involved in planning her daughter's baby shower.
Oh,
she professed that she was a changed woman. Praise the Lord. Thank you, Jesus. She's
not just a whore, she an attention whore too.
She readily admitted that she had bad morals and told Dateline, just because my morals were so bad, that doesn't mean I was capable of murder. Period. The blood's not on her hands. The blood was on Jerry's hands, not me. I thought it. He carried it out. He didn't have to. He was a cop.
He knew better.
So, she received mental health counseling and admitted to doing a lot of bad things, but did not admit to murdering her husband. Because you know, when you go in therapy and you admit some shit like that, that is their duty to turn your ass in.
I'm done.
She says she missed many years of her children's life because her mother raised them, and claims that the Bible changed her life. The good book.
Wait a minute.
Baby, she was giving them the good book with the good book.
Wait a minute. Why did she need the Bible to change her life if she didn't murder her husband?
Because she was trying to get on the good foot. She
said she had bad morals.
She conspired.
Even though she didn't kill him.
She was just a hoe.
I made some bad judgment calls, but my Lord and Savior,
I'm done.
Jesus, has stepped into my life and lit up my world. The only reason why I wasn't a part of my children's lives was because my mom raised them. We're not going to get into the conversation of why she had to raise them.
But period. God changed my life.
Amen.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
3 Hail Marys.
All my whole choice is gone.
Exactly. So it was a website that was posting all this information about her. Like, you know, it was kind of like the Lipstick Alley website. Almost like with all the gossip, juicy details, and everybody just going in on her motherfucking ass. So she decided to respond. Ooh. So Sharee said, bitches. Well, she didn't say bitches, but this is this you might as well have said this shit. So she says, I am still home free. It will be 2 years this month. I have won at every level. Thank God. There is more to the system than people can care to learn. Whether you believe my innocence or you believe I am guilty doesn't affect me. I want to thank those who spoke out for me. I appreciate the voices of knowledge just for speaking out as well. Everyone has their own opinion in this life, but some opinions are not based on the hard facts. Whenever there shows a shadow of a doubt in case of our justice system, then there will not be a guilty verdict.
Baby, there was no doubt with them I am messages.
Those are the instructions that are given. She is completely delusional. We cannot find people guilty based on feelings of opinions of that person. I am now in the U.S. Supreme Court still fighting for a fair and just trial. If it would have been fair and the laws would have been followed by the judge, who, by the way, should have known the laws. I think they know the laws.
Wait a minute.
Judge. Talking shit about the judge, then maybe the outcome would have been different. I remember watching several people being released from prison once because DNA was a factor. So many people spend so many years in prison when they are innocent. How many of you judge those very people guilty of those crimes because the prosecutor's case looked good? Only now to find out after many, many, many years in prison, they are all innocent. Sad that we live in a world full of judges. So sad so many people judge others when really, honestly, we only have one judge, our Lord and Savior. Have a blessed and safe life.
If y'all stop putting my Jesus in your mess, ma'am.
Miller even received support from Monica Johnner, an outreach worker with Arrow Advocacy Reentry Resources Outreach Program. And then she spoke at the Lansing State Capitol of the importance of providing help to former inmates. So, after 3 years of frolicking in freedom and praising the Lord Jesus above, Miller was ordered back to jail on August 22nd to serve her original sentence, period. Her legal team is appealing. According to the Genesee County Prosecutor David Layton, in my opinion, justice has once again prevailed and Sharee Miller is where she belongs.
She is where she belongs. She's a rotten piece of crap. Because how do you get out and gloat
that you got away with.
You gonna play in their face and be like,
I want on every level.
I want on every level.
Thank you, God.
Thank you, God. That judge didn't know what he was doing. Y'all didn't know what y'all was doing. I wasn't the problem. He was the one that was the cop.
So
how he even know about your husband, ma'am?
Here's the breakdown of the evidence, which got her ass sent back to jail.
Good.
So Jerry was a sheriff's
deputy.
Shout out to you. Rest in peace, big dog.
Right.
In Cass County, Michigan, for almost a decade. He reached the rank of lieutenant, but resigned the position in '94. He left Michigan and joined the security detail at Harrah's North Casino in Reno, Nevada. So Jerry ended up meeting Sharee when she went to a Mary Kay convention out there. Mm-hmm. And so he saw her as a seemingly wealthy woman. She has her shit together. She stayed in lavish hotels. You know, she had her money, jewelry, businesses, basically riding on her husband's coattail, all his success. So after that, you know, they began to talk, and then she had just got married a couple months before she ran into him. And so between the visits and everything, you know, they were emailing each other's back and forth in private chat rooms. They always used the screen name says Jerry's fool, and he was Sharee's fool. Your fool for life, Jerry. Jerry would say when he signed off, love your brat, Sharee. That's what she would say back to him. So in a chat session, they basically brought it up about how what triggered him to start getting this in his head that he needed to kill him was that
she done made up every damn story in the book.
Yeah. So
he was able. He mobbed.
She
he
was
beat
like,
my ass. He killed our baby.
Yeah, that basically this is what it boils down to. This next part will be her. I lost my baby, Jerry. He said, no, I never thought I would ever have to tell you that he hits me. I got in trouble because I was with you. So people saw them at the convention, and somebody went back and kind of said something to him, Bruce, and put something in his ear like, your wife was kind of cozy with another man at the convention that we was at. So basically he was asking like, Sharee, where did he hit you at? What was going on? And she said, he didn't hit me, he raped me, and I lost the baby because of the force. This fake baby.
He said, bow.
He said, bow.
What baby?
Bow, bow, bow.
I don't know how disabled dick can do that.
Exactly. So in my head, I think Jerry was so blinded, and it was so sad because it was almost like Jerry wasn't thinking about none of this shit. Like I would have been like, wait a minute, bitch.
He just wanted her.
You told me your husband was disabled, so how he able to do all of this? Okay, yeah, he a mob boss Don. Anybody who knows anything when it comes to mob bosses,
if you've read any
book over their wives, their families, so you think another person is about to step in and fuck his wife, a mob boss wife?
Right. And the thing is that you might cheat with him, but you ain't gonna live long.
You ain't gonna live long, and that wife ain't gonna live long either. So I was like, Jerry ain't putting two and two together.
It was too much of that movie.
2 + 2 = 12.
So basically, all of that evidence got her pretty much caught up. Mm-hmm. So she started saying, like, you know how when she got when her thing got reinstated, basically she was in there talking about there's no way for me to change or undo what I did. It's forever. I can't take it back. Now remember, earlier she was talking all that shit about
talking big shit.
She was talking big shit. The Lord and Savior got her. The judge don't know the laws. A judge?
Right.
A judge.
Right.
Okay. All right. So she said, I still have a really hard time looking in the mirror knowing what I did. I waited to tell the truth until I got nothing from it, but hopefully a sense of peace. So
Girl.
She is serving her original sentence, and she should.
Yes, she should.
And she feels guilty about them two crashing out.
No, I think she feels guilty about being caught. That's what I think she feels guilty about.
So
she don't feel guilty about it.
She messed up so many people's lives.
Messed up lives, her own children's lives, her lives.
Took 2 lives. She took 2 lives, really.
I will tell you, honestly, maybe her kids were a little bit off.
I think they were off after, especially the second husband. No, the first husband had fucked up the first kid by hitting them in the head, you know, fucking with them. And then, like, she had 3 children, so her 3 children have to go through life suffering without their mother or being loved correctly. So hopefully her kid's not out there making the same mistakes she made.
And maybe her mom did a better job with them than she did with her.
Right. And so I'm sparing the details of the suicide letter because it was 3 suicide letters, but I will have them in the comments and links in a note section, so you can read those or look at the pictures on your own free time. But it was a pretty sad case, but it was just like it showed that misery truly loves company, and she was forcing people into her web of misery. Like, she like, okay, but
I will say in a way she was right. You can't really force people to do nothing. Like you said, there was something in that esteem that
was all
spoke.
her.
And him too.
And I'm not gonna say
the esteem that was low that allowed him to be carried on that path with her.
But what she was a master manipulator.
Manipulator. But and I can't confirm or deny like Bruce was doing anything wrong, because everything that I have read and looked up, it was just saying Bruce took care of his family. Bruce worked 3rd shift. Bruce did
and Jerry was dabbling in drugs.
So he wasn't thinking clearly, because it does alter your
But she was looking for somebody to take care of her, and basically
she had somebody.
That's
to
what
take
I'm
care of her.
saying.
I think it was more than that. Like she was psychotic. Because it wasn't just she wanted somebody to take care. She had somebody to take care of her,
and he wasn't bad looking.
And not only after he passed away, of course. He got the businesses. She got the businesses, and they whatever was in their account already. Also, $80,000 in life insurance policy. So
it wasn't that she was looking for somebody to take care of her. She took pleasure in ruining people's lives. She took pleasure in trying to see what she could manipulate and control. The whole game she played with Jerry was she just wanted to see how far she could get somebody to go. How she was so used to being able to spin men in her web. She was addicted to that, and she wanted to see what she could accomplish. Yeah, and it had nothing to do with her being taken care of.
Yeah, and she like it's photos of her like pushing out her stomach.
That's a food baby.
Like food baby. This is just probably bloating gas.
Right.
Well, that's gonna wrap up this week's episode.
Bye, Sharee. Bye, girl. Enjoy your time.
As always,
you can ride. Truthfully,
like
and share on right here on YouTube
below,
but also on all platforms. We are there for sound. And if you have any case suggestions, you feel free to comment on any of our posts or to email us at murkedinthemidwest@gmail.com. And
how about actually too, if you have any new season suggestions for our next season?
Because as we
what
mentioned,
kind of stories would you
what
like
theme?
To hear?
What? Yeah, give us some theme.
Help us out. Y'all like the show so much, or people giving us, some reviews. If you hate the show so much, then tell us how we could do better.
Yeah,
but be nice about it. Be respectful.
Because if not, we gonna have something to say about it.
Real quick.
Show us a tutorial.
Also, give me $1.
I need $1.
But
we the Gross Sisters.
Run it.
But all right, we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.